I'm Jill, and these are my Midlife Musings. Welcome to my YouTube channel. My goal for this channel is to discuss opportunities and challenges that we face as midlifers. I've read that midlife is the range of age 43 to 62 approximately, and I am solidly in that range. I'm trying to own it. You know, in our society especially, we tend to look at aging as a negative thing once you're pretty much like past the age of 25. That's just wrong. There's no getting around it. We all do it. Why don't we just embrace it and accept it and see it as a positive thing? We really are like wine that just gets better as it ages until it gets too old and the cork starts to dry out, and then you get those little flecks floating in your wine. Well, that's later. This is midlife, the good wine. Now, I confess that although I'm attempting to embrace midlife, I'm middle-aged. I won't deny that, some of it just sucks. It's really because it's all about change and transition. And I've always hated big life change kind of stuff. When I was 12, and my first boyfriend asked me to go with him over the phone, and I said yes because he was cute and really nice. But as soon as I hung up the phone, I started crying. And even then, it's like I knew that this was a change and a part of my life was over. Apparently my childhood, this was a new phase. Of course, I didn't date again until my senior year of high school, but that's another story. When I got married, I cried on my honeymoon. Yeah. Sorry, honey. I was thrilled to be married to him, but the whole point was I was married. Big change. Happy to say, still married to him 25 years later. Of course, I don't like change, so why would I divorce him? Okay, let's talk about some of those changes. First, there's the physical changes. I got myself some achy shoulders, a little torn cartilage in there, some achy knees, weight and wrinkles, and just the overall effects of gravity. And that's the small stuff. It's the big stuff that's difficult. For example, I have a daughter who just graduated high school and is going to college in the fall. So she's 18, and our mother-daughter relationship is already probably in a state of transition. And as she moves out and is on her own, that's just going to continue to change because she's not this little kid who needs my help anymore. In 2 years, when my other child graduates and goes off to college, my husband and I are going to be empty nesters. So, while that's kind of exciting in some ways, it's also another big change, and our marriage might go through a transition. My relationship with my parents is transitioning as I see them getting older, and I see where I'm going to have to be more involved in how they care for themselves. The other part, though, of being in midlife, there's an exciting part of it too, because there are new opportunities that present themselves or that you can reach out and grab. I still have things that I want to learn. I still have things that I want to do. I'm in a transition phase in my career. What am I going to choose from? I want to be discerning in what I do in this time of my life. What do I want this second half of my life to look like? I was reading an article from Harvard Business Review from February 2008 called The Existential Necessity of Midlife Change. I think that was the title. And it was interesting because it was just talking about people feeling the need for a change in their careers or their vocations. And it did say that regarding your dreams and the things that you think of doing, to be productive, dreams must be connected to our potential, otherwise they are idle fantasies. And that is a good point. I'm not at this point in my life gonna go off to New York and be a Broadway star. Might be fun, just not going to happen. Or I'm not going to go to med school and then become a doctor. There's not really time for that. I mean, there is, but I wouldn't have enough years of practicing to pay off the med school loan, so that's a bad choice. But there are things that I want to do that would fit in with things that I already have experience in. We'll see what those are. That's what Midlife Musings are all about. If you have any thoughts or questions or topics you would like to see discussed, put them down in the comments. Feel free to like the video and subscribe if you'd like to join the conversation. Bye.